Hello and welcome to Revsportz. This is Mohor Chaudhary, and joining me today is Devashish Sen and Shorjani as well. And at this point in time, we are standing just outside of the Eden Garden Stadium here in Kolkata. As we all know, today is match day -1, and tomorrow Kolkata Knight Riders are going to lock horns with the mighty Mumbai Indians. But could we call them mighty this year is a big question that we can ask. But once again, obviously it's a big team, and Kolkata Knight Riders have also won their previous game versus Gujarat Titans. So of course, we will be discussing everything, practice updates as well, because Devashish was here covering the practice session. Devashish, first things first, if you had to update us on Mumbai Indians, which are the players that were practicing? What are the updates from the practice session?
Nothing much, only Tilak Varma. Tilak Varma turned up for the practice session. If you talk about the star players, Tilak Varma and Namandhir was also here. But none of the star players, be it Jasprit Bumrah or Hardik Pandya or Surya Kumar Yadav, Rohit Sharma, none of them turned up. Yesterday they had Monday they had an intense practice session. But given the conditions here, it's very hot and humid. So I think it would be better off to rest them.
Absolutely. Shorjani, I'll go to you next. This is a question that everyone wants to know the answer to, especially during a match day. What is the weather like here? Is it going to rain tomorrow?
I don't think so it's going to rain because it's very hot right now, it's very humid, and we are sweating a lot. Right now that we are standing and shooting this video, we are sweating a lot, and during the day it's specifically very hot. The rays of the sun, it's very high, and even in the previous match against GT, we all expected it to rain because there was a little cloud in the sky, and as a result of which I think even Shubman Gill won the toss and opted to bowl first, but it did not rain. See, we know that the Ganges is very near, so there's a slight breeze that is coming in, but apart from that it is very hot. I don't think it's going to rain tomorrow.
Absolutely. And Devashish, everyone wants to know about the updates regarding Rohit Sharma. I mean, we know Quinton de Kock has been ruled out of the tournament. Raj Angad Baba has also been ruled out. But what are the updates on Rohit Sharma? How long did he practice and how does his injury look?
Obviously, he did not turn up for practice yesterday, but on Monday he did batted for 20-25 minutes. But again, he looked gingerly. Means obviously he had an hamstring injury, so that's the reason he was seen only facing the likes of Shardul Thakur and Allah Ghazanfar. And he did not take short singles, or he was not running. Means he did not want to take a chance. And now, more so now, because he is already picked in that ODI squad against Afghanistan. So the last thing you would want is to play the match and aggravate yourself. So it would, and we have seen in this edition of IPL that he has been used as an impact sub. So maybe it would be better off for Mumbai Indians management, if you are picking Rohit Sharma, just play him as an impact sub, because in that way you are also preserving him for the very important ODI series, because it's not only for India, I would say it's personally for Rohit as well, because India needs a fit and firing Rohit Sharma to go out there and play for India.
Absolutely. And Shorjani, as we all remembered, in the previous game versus Punjab Kings, Tilak Varma played a magnificent knock and led his team to victory. What would be your thoughts on his performance so far, and what are you expecting from him tomorrow?
Definitely expecting a big knock from him because he looks in good touch. But again, on the other hand, I personally favor KKR, so I would not want him to go out there and score runs. But no, as a player, he's been looking in good form now. In the beginning of the series tournament, we saw that he was struggling a little. He was not scoring runs. He was a little inconsistent and struggling with the form. Was not being able to middle the ball. But in the previous match against Punjab, we saw how good he was, and he looked very confident. So I think he has changed his approach also a little. Yeah. Because Tilak Varma, we know that he kind of plays those conventional shots. But the other day, we definitely did see him try unorthodox shots as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shorjani brought up Kolkata Knight Riders. I mean, obviously we have to talk about the home team. What are the updates on KKR, Devashish, from the practice session and elsewhere?
Only update that the Kolkata Knight Riders fans want is whether Varun Chakravarthy is 100% fit. Yeah. They are not bothered about what the other means. Obviously KKR is in a must-win situation. If Rajasthan Royals loses tonight's match, obviously we are recording this for Thursday.
Match day morning.
So I think if Rajasthan Royals, ideally if you ask me, Rajasthan Royals, they have 2 matches remaining. So if they win both the matches, they are 16 points, and so KKR cannot match it. So ideally if Rajasthan Royals loses and Punjab Kings, even if they go on win their last match, they will end up 15 points. Knight Riders also, if they end up winning the last 2 matches against Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals, they would also end up on 15 points. But Punjab Kings has a better net run rate. So obviously for KKR, most important thing is to get the 2 wins behind. Yes, they started the season obviously not the way they would have expected. And talking about Varun Chakravarthy's update, yesterday, let me just give an update on Matheesha Pathirana as well. On Tuesday, he did not, that is yesterday, he did not turn up for practice session. Everyone knows that he had an hamstring injury. He bowled only 8 deliveries before he has to be taken away. Yesterday also on Monday he was rested. Both Matheesha Pathirana and Varun Chakravarthy were rested by the team management. But Varun did turn up yesterday. He was seen bowling for a few overs, but obviously, and that too not in front of the media, because there has been a lot of talks in social media as to if a player is injured. And remember, Varun Chakravarthy has a fracture in his toe. So I think, and the last thing is you want is to get himself aggravated. So I think KKR management is also keeping a close eye, but at the same time you want Varun Chakravarthy to play. Means Varun Chakravarthy and Sunil Narine to play, because those are your match winners. So the update from Eden Gardens is that Varun Chakravarthy, yes, he bowled yesterday for a few overs, but certainly he was seen limping. So and that puts a question mark on Varun Chakravarthy's availability. But Matheesha Pathirana, as much as his season for his maiden season for Kolkata Knight Riders could well be over, because if he has an hamstring injury, it does take time to recover.
Mohar, if I may, I wanted to ask you something, Devashish. Now that you were talking about Matheesha Pathirana as well, what I wanted to ask you is that we all know he was struggling. He had an injury and then he made a comeback. Firstly, my first question to you, do you think there was a rush in him making a comeback? And secondly, if you want to play an overseas option, you have someone like a Blessing Muzrabani in the dugout, and Blessing was good in the games that he played. He took 4 wickets and then he was rested. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely, Shoryani, you make a very valid point. First up, KKR management waited for a long time before actually playing Matheesha Pathirana. If you remember, Matheesha Pathirana was available. He joined the KKR squad on April 12th. That's almost a month now. And KKR without him played Robman Powell. They rotated between Cameron Green and they rotated between Tim Seifert and Finn Allen. They played Cameron Green and Sunil Narine. And they registered 4 consecutive wins. After that, they brought in a Matheesha Pathirana. So yes, you might say that was he rushed, but I don't think so, because he has been bowling in the nets in full tilt. So and ever since he joined KKR, he has been bowling in the nets, giving his full bowling at full intent. So I think, see, injuries are part and parcel of a game. You do not know when an injury will come. But yes, that definitely raises concerns about his fitness. Remember when he was in Chennai Super Kings, or even in fact the T20 World Cup, because he missed out that Super 8 matches for Sri Lanka. So yes, but again, you talked about a Blessing Muzarabani, but Matheesha Pathirana, the sheer quality Matheesha Pathirana brings, he was part of the IPL winning side for Chennai Super Kings. He is an experienced bowler from Sri Lanka. So, and the most important thing is he was brought for 18 crore.
Yeah, that.
When you buy someone for 18 crore, would you not play him? Yeah. It was unfortunate for Matheesha Pathirana. It was a clear case of he was unfortunate that he missed out, but I don't see him playing any further in this IPL.
Absolutely, very valid point raised. But Shojani, if you talk about Varun Chakravarthy, I mean, obviously we know what an impact he has had for KKR over the years. How big of a blow will it be for KKR if he's not able to play tomorrow, given the fact that he's a match winner and KKR needs to win the next 2 games?
Definitely, it is going to be a big blow, because when he was struggling, we saw KKR was also struggling as well. But on the other hand, what I wanted to bring, the point that I wanted to put forward is that, in the middle also, I think Varun Chakravarthy had hurt himself while fielding and he was not playing. So Anukul Roy was doing a good job supporting Sunil Narine from the other end. Obviously, KKR will be missing Varun Chakravarthy, and he has a crucial role. And we all know that Varun was struggling with his form in the beginning of the tournament. Even in the World Cup, Varun was struggling, and then eventually he gained back his form, took wickets. Also, on the other hand, he complements Sunil Narine very well from the other end. So
very good partnership.
Very good partnership. And the thing with them is, both of them, it's not necessary that both of them will go out there and take wickets. Yeah. When Sunil is controlling the run rate, Varun will take wickets. Absolutely. So when Varun is keeping the runs under check, it is Sunil who goes in and takes wickets. wickets. So there's this very good coordination between both of them, and I think KKR is going to miss that. And obviously the experience comes in because, you know, when you talk about the team KKR, very less players are there who are actively a part of the international circuit. And Varun Chakravarthy is one of them. He's a World Cup winning, you know, he was a part of the World Cup winning squad as well. He had an active role in the team, in the Indian team. So I think definitely it's going to be a big blow. But on the other hand, I would definitely want to credit Anukul Roy as well, because when Varun Chakravarthy had missed out, Anukul Roy as a left-arm spinner was doing a good job. And what we have to keep in mind is that Rachin Ravindra, now Rachin has gone back to New Zealand to prepare for the Red Ball series, but Rachin Ravindra was already there. He's a left-arm spinner, he's a left-hand batter. Rachin was, you know, sitting in the dugout, but it was Anukul Roy who was given preference over Rachin. Also the overseas combination comes in, but definitely the trust was shown in Anukul Roy as well.
Good points raised. Debashish, we know that KKR did win the last game versus GT, but if you had to look into some of the, you know, concerns that they still need to address, what would those be?
Obviously, the first biggest concern is the injury to Varun Chakravarthy. Means you want a fit player to play any matches, and for Varun, means obviously he will also feel at the back of his mind, his subconscious mind, that he has a fractured toe. So every time he goes to that bowling mark, he will feel, and you could actually make out, means he was limping today in the practice, yesterday. So I think that definitely is a concern, not to have a fit Varun. And obviously another concern for KKR is definitely will be the middle order. So I think these are the two main concerns, because you see, for against an opposition like Mumbai Indians, yes, Mumbai Indians are out, but they can do enough damage. Means we have seen top teams losing, and means you don't want that to happen, because the last thing you want is the need of the hour is to win those two remaining matches, and means realistically give a chance to qualify for the playoffs.
Absolutely. And on that note, we would like to close this video, because obviously tomorrow, once again, don't forget to join us. We'll all be here at the Eden Garden Stadium covering the KKR versus MI match. So of course, do keep your eyes on Revsportz for all such updates and live shows as well. Do keep supporting us, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back tomorrow again. Thank you.